Hi, it's Kate again, and I'm here with Kim today. And we're going to look at Cobra and the alignment in this lovely back bend. So I'm going to have Kim do the demo. She's going to start by coming into plank pose. She's going to lower down slowly all the way onto the mat. It's a nice place to set up so that your hands and feet are right where you want them in Cobra. All right, let's start by looking at her hands. Her hands are about chest height. When you look, her fingertips are just below the tops of her shoulders. And her elbows are bent with her elbows pointing straight up. They're not flared out to the sides, but they're just right up above her wrists. Her gaze is forward. All right, now let's take our attention down here to what's happening in her legs. Her feet are hip-width apart, and she's gonna press the tops of her feet firmly into the mat so that all 5 toes, the toenail side, is pressing down. When that happens, if she's really in action, her knees lift up off the mat a little bit, so I can just slide my hand underneath here. The other thing that she's doing in her lower body is she's pressing the front of her pelvis down into the mat. It's like she's taking her tailbone back and then pressing the front of her pelvis down. She's going to keep all of this action in her legs, really strong action in her legs to stabilize her spine, and then press lightly into her hands, reach her chest forward, and come up a little bit. All right, she's pressing down into her hands and isometrically dragging them back. So there's a tiny movement forward in her body as she stretches her spine and lifts it. Then you want to integrate your shoulders across the back of your spine and reach your chest forward. All right, lower your nose. We're going to look at a very important difference between Cobra pose and another pose called upward facing dog. So starting at her feet, things are the same. The tops of her feet are pressing down firmly into the mat, so much that her knees are lifted off the mat. There's a little space here. And for now, the front of her pelvis is going to root down towards the floor and create some space in her low back. Once she's got her legs integrated, she'll press into her hands and straighten her arms and lift up all the way off the mat. When she does this, her knees are off the mat still, and now her thighs and her hips are also off the mat. She's pressing down really firmly into her feet to create some traction so that she can drag her hips forward and lengthen her spine even more. And up here in her arms, her shoulders are strapped directly over her wrists. She's drawing her shoulder blades together on her back so that she can broaden across her chest and create an opening in her upper body as well. So this is a beautiful upward facing dog. Thank you, Kim. You can come down. So in summary, the difference between Cobra and upward facing dog is that Cobra is a smaller, gentler back bend. Your hips stay on the floor and your elbows stay bent. When you're upward facing dog, you press your arms all the way straight, but you need to lift your hips and your thighs up off the mat. Thank you.